Good morning, good morning, good morning, my lover bugs and royals. This one is a quick hindsight of what your mission should be a little bit today. You know, we have these little short tests that God likes to put us through. And I had to do it quick because my apologies, time management is real. I'm learning as well as teaching. So the Ascended Masters, as you've learned from the previous video, if you didn't watch it, you should really go back and watch it. So I pulled the 3 cards already. And again, this is going to be really quick, short, simple, straight to the point. The 3 Ascended Masters that we received today is Buddha, Jesus, and Lord Maitreya. Now that's the one I believe I feel like I'm saying that name wrong, so make sure you look it up. Lord Maitreya is spelled M-A-I-T-R-E-Y-A, and so each of these cards is 3, 4, 6. I am with everyone and everything. I respond with unconditional love today, definitely. I connect with the great white brotherhood and radiate pure white light today. Okay, so we see that all of this is about moving with pure intentions and allowing your goodness to flow into the universe so others can, do the same. So with Buddha, when you draw the card, Lord Katuma, who's also known as Buddha, is calling you to live in a state of peace, compassion, and enlightenment. So you are ready to expand your consciousness to include all that is and view the world from a higher perspective. You're also asked to live in a total harmlessness with all things. Stay still, don't react, be at peace. This creates safety for you, for all creatures who love you and they feel safe with you. They're gonna feel your harmlessness. They're gonna feel your humbleness. They're gonna feel your peace and that light that you exude out into the universe. Now again, with Buddha, your guidance is to remember we are all one and to treat each person, and animal, and sentient being as they are a beloved part of you. And I know some of you are like, oh, here we go with the love and light. But that's the realest thing, because the things that we are meant to fight or deal with that are negative, that's actually not our fight. Like, it's not a conference call, what God was telling me to, this morning when I spent time with him. But there's a piece that I want to share, and it's as simple as this. The things that you're wanting to defend because you're always in defense is not your burden. When you give that burden to God, that mentality wanting to be in savage mode to get justice for a particular situation is not yours to do once you gave it to him. And that's where I'm personally at. So God is handling that, and my job is to continue on my mission and move that pure light into the darkness. So some of us who are the leaders of the new world, we are to ignore the devilish ways and the ignorant mentality that don't know no better. We're meant to just keep moving forward, but while doing so, you got to be in your rawest form, be genuine, and be transparent. We still have work to do for ourselves, on ourselves, and with people around us, for they are relying on us. And that comes back to Buddha. As he said, your guidance is to remember we are all one, and to treat each other, animal and sentient, being as if they are a beloved part of you. We are one. We are literally not the same, but we are no better than the next person. So the card with Jesus, a lot of people feel some kind of way. Jesus is my brother. We're going to save that phrase. Take that one phrase, Jesus is my brother. We're going to come back to that in another time. But for me, he's not God. So please know that. God is a whole totally different entity that I see as my father, my teacher, my protector, my everything. So with Jesus, he came from Venus, the planet of love. He was sent to Earth to carry the Christ light at a time when the energy was very low. He incarnated as an unseen and received spiritual teachings throughout his childhood. Now, remember, with Jesus, the card reminds you that all challenging people and situations are tests. What did I just tell you guys? I just spoke on it, right? So to pass these tests, you need to respond to them with unconditional love and balance. And I promise you, going through that storm is going to be a doozy, but we got this, okay? The last one, and then I gotta go. Laura Maitreya. Laura Maitreya is head of the Great White Brotherhood and is a being of auras radiated with pure white of integrity and high intention. You can't tell me this isn't flowing, right? So drawing this card, you suggest in time for you to be examine every area of your life carefully and practice purity of thought, word, and deed. You're also asked to be an example of right living. Easy said than done, we know. Temptations are real. But for your light will then draw many of the ascension ways. It will replace those temptations. It will replace those negative thoughts. That has been the discussion with God, is he keeps sending his angels, random people to remind me, take out but, take out can't, take out, well, I think, those hesitation words that hinder you from actually succeeding. Try that for a day. When you catch yourself, replace it with something better. Remember that with Laura Maitreya, you're asked to be an example of right living, as I said before. Your reward is the peace that passes all understanding and the joy of flowing smoothly on your path of life. So it's like what we're doing is not just for ourselves, it's for people all around us. We're feeding each other. That is the issue right now. No one is truly feeling fulfilled. A good group is, yes, they are successful, they got the money, they got the material things. We talked about logic yesterday, me and an individual. And logic thinking is also materialistic way of thinking and moving. You're doing it for the financial gain or the status or for this. But what is your soul feeling? Does your soul feel proud? Does it feel fulfilled of peace and happiness? If it doesn't, you really need to reevaluate. And I'm with you on that. And it don't take long to recognize where you're standing and what you're doing is not fulfilling. It's time to show up and change everything. Because if we keep doing things that are not feeding our soul, then the part that is, I'm about to go into something that's another storyline that we're going to save, and we're going to pause that right there. But just remember that dark side, you better handle that. Control it, tame it, or it's going to stop you from feeling fulfilled in the things that you're doing. I love you guys. Be amazing. Gotta go. Mwah. Bye.